Praveen Kumar. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain about statistics. Here, what is statistics and what we will have in the statistics? Let us see here. First of all, we will go to definition of the statistics. Statistics. Here, the definition of the statistics is, it is a branch of mathematics which deals with collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data. Here, the definition of the statistics is, it is a branch of mathematics which deals with collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data is called statistics. Now, it is a branch of mathematics we are saying. Here, mathematics will have many branches such as geometry, probability, algebra, statistics. Here, statistics is also one of the branch of mathematics which deals with collection, and we are saying here collection. Collection is nothing but collection of information. If you are watching the cricket match, if you are watching the cricket match, here how you will collect the information here, and if watching the cricket match, you will have a player name here. Who is playing, their name we will have here. And here how many runs scored by the person is mentioned here. And after that you will have how many balls he played. And with that only he will have what is the strike rate and how many fours he bet and how many six he scored. Like that we will have the total information. That information itself we will call it as collection. Collection of information. If you are observing your monthly expenditure, here for food how much you are expending, and for clothes, for rent, for gas bill, current bill. Like that if you are writing all the expenditures of your every month, that total form whatever we will get, that we will call it as collection of information, or you can say collection. And presentation, and here we are presenting here, the information is presenting in the format here. Here what is the format here? Here player name, and here is number of runs scored, number of balls played, and here is number of fours, here is number of six, and what is the strike rate. Like that we will have everything in the presentation. Here if you are having everything in the format, we will call it as presentation. We can show this one in presentation like this pie chart also. Here if you are watching the cricket match, there you may have here number of boundaries scored in the leg side, half side, straight, long on, long off. Like that we will have the positions. Here if anything is there like this in the pie chart form, we can say it also as presentation. Now analysis. Analysis means if you are watching the match, India and Pakistan is playing a one-day cricket international. In 20 overs, India scored 120 runs. Till India want 181 runs to win it. Now how you can analyze the match by this data? Here you can say that the run rate of the India till is 6. In the same way, if the India is doing batting, definitely India will win. Like that, you can do the analysis. Analysis is nothing but by the information, whatever you are thinking in the brain, that we will say it as analysis. Here, interpretation. Interpretation means if you are drawing the run rate, if you are watching the match and you will have a run rate like this, and here this is a graphical representation of overs and run rate. Here overs and run rate should be drawn in a graph. In like this you can observe these type of things, means whether the run rate is increasing or decreasing and what is the situation of the match can be represented by the interpretation. Like this, analyzing the data and information comes under statistics. Not only the cricket match, I given you here example for a cricket match. If you are keeping a business and the economical standard of the country and the world population, everything, if you want to analyze it, how much percent it is increased, how much percent it is decreasing, and what is the standard of increasing and decreasing, if you are analyzing this total data, will comes under statistics. Collection of information, interpretation, presentation and analysis of numerical figures or numerical data, we will call it as statistics. Now let us go for the definition of data. The definition of the data is a collection of information in the form of numerical figures is called data. You can say here. The definition of the data is the collection of information in the form of numerical figures is called data. Let me give an example to understand about data very easily. For example, if I am collecting the marks obtained by the 10 students in a test and the marks is as follows. Here first student got 20 marks and next student got 30 and next got 42 and next got 53 and one got 14 and one got 18, 22, 46 and one more got 47 and one more got 50. Here this all the marks we will call it as data. We collected all the marks of the students at a place and these 20, 30, 42, 53, 14, 18, 22, 46, 47 and 50 we will call it as data. Collection of information in the numerical figures we will call it as data. Here also we collected the marks of the students. Out of 100 marks they secured these marks and these all marks is the information which we are getting and this total we can call it as data. Let us go for observation. Each numerical figure in the data is called as observation. The definition of the observation is each numerical figure in the data is called as observation. Here we know data means collection of all numerical figures and this 20 is the one observation we can say and 20 is one of the numerical figure and this 20 we can call it as observation and this 30 is one of the numerical figure. So this 30 we can say it as observation. Each numerical figure in the data we will call it as observation. This 20, 30, 42, 53, 14 and this all the numerical figures, we will call it as observation. One of the numerical figure in the data, we can call it as observation. Array. The definition of the array is an arrangement of numerical figures in the ascending or descending order is called an array. Here the definition of the array is an arrangement of numerical figures in the ascending or descending order is called array. If we conducted the test for 10 marks for the total 10 students, the marks obtained is as follows. For example, I asked the marks of the first student. He said 5 and the second student said 6. Like the third student got 8, 7, 4, 2, 1, 0, 6. I collected the marks of the 10 students and the test is conducted for 10 marks. First student got 5 marks, second student got 6 marks, third student got 8. Like that 7, 4, 2, 1, 0, 6, 8. Total 10 student marks is there. And these total 10 student marks is called as collection of information is called as data, and each figure is called as observation. Here 10 observations are there. If you are writing these 10 observations in ascending order or descending order, any one of them you can convert into ascending or descending order, then such type of numerical figures we will call it as an array. Let us convert these numericals into ascending order. Ascending order. AO is called as ascending order. What is the ascending order of this one? 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 we are having 2, 7 we are having 1, and we are having 8 2s. And here these ascending order observations we will call it as an array. Here converting the numerical figures into ascending order, you can convert into descending order also. If you are converting into descending order also, we will call it as an array. What is the descending order for these numbers? Here we will have 8, 8, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, 0. This is the descending order. If you are converting the given observation into ascending order or descending order, we will say it as an array. Let us go for grouped data. Here grouped data is nothing but data given in intervals is called grouped data. For example, if you conducted exam for the students and the marks is for 50, you want to know the student marks in groups like this. If you want to make the groups like this, 0 to 10 marks, how many students they got, and 10 to 20 marks, and 20 to 30 marks, 30 to 40 marks, and 40 to 50 marks. And I made the marks into some intervals here, and these interval 0 to 10 is one interval, and 0 to 10 marks is obtained by how many students I am seeing here. 0 to 10 marks is obtained by 6 students, and 10 to 20 marks is obtained by 5 students, 20 to 30 is obtained by 3 students, 30 to 40 is obtained by 2 students, and 40 to 50 marks is obtained by 6 students. Like this, I made the marks into some intervals 0 to 10, and here we are having here 10 and here also we are having 10. But in the first 0 to 10, here we will get the students obtained till 9.999999 marks. Who will obtain? They will come in the first group. And if they got exactly 10, they will go to the second interval group. Like that, here these 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. We made into some intervals here. So, these intervals 0 to 10 or 10 to 20, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, these all we will call it as class intervals. What we will call? Class intervals we will call. The 0 to 10 we will call it as intervals, and we are making the parts to all. So this 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 30 to 40, all we will call it as class interval. And this 6, 5, 3, 2, 6. And these are the number of students obtained 0 to 10 marks, 10 to 20 marks, 20 to 30 marks. All I written in the down one. That we will call it as frequency. This 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 is called as class interval, and 6, 5, 3, 2, 6. This total we will call it as frequency. And if you are drawing a table for this one, it will collected the information. Here, this is a collection of information in the tabular format. You can say it as grouped data also. If you are collecting the information into intervals, and these are called as frequencies. And here I am saying the frequency is number of students secured the marks here. And here we are having 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, this all know. And this left side 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever we are having, that all we will call it as lower boundary. Lower boundary. And this right side part, whatever we are having 10, 20, 30, this is called as upper boundary. Upper boundary. And the left side one, class intervals, we will call it as lower boundaries. Right side one, we will call it as upper boundary. And this 0 to 10 is called as class interval. And difference of upper boundary and lower boundary. What is the upper boundary here? 10. Difference is minus. Lower boundary is 0. 10 minus 0 is what? 10. And this 10 is called as size of class interval. Size of class interval we will call. Here you know what is lower boundary, what is upper boundary, what is frequency, and what is the class interval. Class interval means upper boundary, lower boundary, wherever we are having, that we will call it as class interval. And upper boundary minus lower boundary is called as size of class interval. Definition of frequency. The definition of the frequency is the number of times the particular observation occurs is called as frequency. Here, how many number of times this 0 to 10 particular observation is occurring? 6 times. So this 6 is called as frequency. In between 10 to 20 marks, how many students got? 5. That we will call it as frequency. The number of times the particular observation occurs many times, that we will call it as frequency. If you are having 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2. If you are having like this. Here, how many times 1 is occurring? 1 is occurring only 1 time. 1 is called as frequency. How many times 2 is occurring? 1, 2, 3. 3 times 2 is occurring. The 3 is called as frequency of 2. And come to 3. 3 is occurring 3 times. So this 3 is called as frequency. 4 is occurring 2 times. 2 is called as frequency of 4. like this, how many times the particular observation is occurring is called as frequency. Now let us go for ungrouped data. The definition of the ungrouped data is data collected individually is called ungrouped data. The data collected individually is called ungrouped data. If you are taking this one 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, this total we can say it as ungrouped data, and we are collecting here 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2. Here each one we will call it as observation. If you are collecting the data individually is called as ungrouped data. If you are collecting the data in intervals is called as grouped data, and grouped data will have class intervals. Class interval will have lower boundary and upper boundary, and the difference between the lower and upper boundary is called as size of class interval, and we will say 0 to 10 or 10 to 20, 20 to 30, that all we will say it as class interval. This is the difference between grouped data and ungrouped data.
If you like this video, share, like, subscribe to my channel.